Hare Krishna. I welcome everyone in Bhakti Sangha and Japa group. Today's class is given by Her Grace Savitri Mataji. Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Are you there, Mataji?
Yes, I'm here. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, please take over the class. We are reading Caitnaya Caritamrta Antya Lila. First chapter, 196 verse onwards, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and all goes to our Guru Maharaj. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Patakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Mancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Utare Srimate Bhaktichari Swami Cheta Supraneta Bhagminanchara Sapratam Prabhupada Kata Pranam Ticharupam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Utale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatani Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Sri Caitnaya Caritamrta Antya Lila, chapter 1 and text number 26. Tomaro Shukti Bina Jiviro Nahe Ei Bani Tumi Shukti Diya Kara Anumani. Without your mercy, such poetic expressions would be impossible for an ordinary living being to write. My guess is that you have given him the power. So in this section, we are seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's extraordinary mercy to his associate or to his servant. Here, Srila Ramananda Rai speaking to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after hearing the verses from two books that Rupa Goswami composed, known as Vidagdha Madhav and Lalita Madhav. These two books are very wonderful description of the pastimes of Sri Krishna in Vrindavan, Vidagdha Madhav, and other book is Lalita Madhav, the description of the pastimes of Krishna in Mathura and Dwarka. Both are wonderfully composed by Srila Rupa Goswami. And now, by hearing the beautiful poetic expression as well as devotional expressions in the books, Srila Rai Ramananda Rai, who was also a very scholar and very highly exalted devotee of Lord Shri Krishna, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, said it would be impossible for any ordinary living being to write. Because we understand that Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna combined form, and Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari always glorifying Radha Krishna and engaged in devotional service in the Vrindavan. Rupa Manjari is the associate of Srimati Radharani, personal associate, and it is inconceivable mercy to the conditioned souls in this material world that Radha Krishna themselves appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his personal associates, Rupa Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, Rati Manjari, all the Manjaris, Goswamis, all the Manjaris, right? And also Lalita Sakhi, who is Rai Ramananda. Sometimes it is known that he is also Vishakha, like that. So they all descended in the spiritual world to bestow causeless mercy upon us. So whatever their language, it is the language of the spiritual world. Whatever their expression of devotion is all of the spiritual world, of Vrindavan. Without taking shelter of the devotees in Vrindavan, we cannot know the pathway to go to Vrindavan. For example, if I go to a new country, if I need to see all about that country or city and about the culture and about anything, I need a person who is a resident of that country or is resident of a particular city of that country. And he should personally help me to go around, to come into the contact of the residents of this country. Similarly, Rupa Goswami is Brajabasi, assistant or Manjari of Srimati Radharani. She knows, or he knows, Rupa Manjari knows everything details about Vrindavan, where to go, how to go. So it is imperative for us to become the followers of the Brajbasi. As 6 Goswamis are all Srimati Radharani's Manjaris, servants, or personal assistants, or Sakhi, friends. And who is Radha Krishna? Combined form is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in the assembly of Shri Radha Krishna in the form of Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Rai Ramananda and Haridas Thakur, Rupa Goswami, these things are going on, discussion. Mahaprabhu was very much interested to hear about the glories of the books, 2 books, Vidagdha Madhav and Lalita Madhav. Actually, Srila Prabhupada, or founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada also mentioned in some places that we should study the books written by Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, for our understanding in science and to understand the clear path of going back to Vrindavan, Golok Dham Vrindavan. Because they are the original residents of Vrindavan. Even Mahaprabhu is the resident of Vrindavan, he is Krishna himself. And he has adopted Srimati Radharani's mood. So who can describe better than Mahaprabhu and his associates his followers, 6 Goswamis. So this is simply causeless mercy and arrangement, divine arrangement of Shri Radha Krishna. We fallen souls do not understand what's the nature of Krishna's true mercy. This is the nature of real mercy, to understand the pathway going back home, back to God. How we can again be connected to Vrindavan, can go back to the Vrindavan, can become associates of Krishna. For example, this Chaturmasya time is great time to meditate, contemplate on the pastimes of Sri Muni when he was a son of a maid servant. And we know during this Chaturmasya time, Narada Muni, as the son of a maid servant, served Vaishnavas, Bhaktivedanta, along with his mother. And by tasting the remnants of the sadhus, he became completely purified and eligible for receiving the transcendental knowledge. And after Chaturmasya, when it was over, he started to practice. After hearing, we should start applying our practice. Those 4 months only he heard. And then he started to practice. And in that lifetime, he had the vision or darshan of Shri Krishna once. And the next life was the life of Krishna's Parshad. That is, he became Sri Narada Muni. So by understanding Sri Narada Muni's life history, we understand the potency of the instructions of sadhu, guru, Vaishnava, Shastra, we understand. So here we see the potency of Krishna's Kripa. Kripa, Lord's Kripa, has wonderful potency that is called inconceivable potency that can make any impossible thing to possible. Whatever is impossible can be possible. Just simply inconceivable. Just we have to be the recipient, means voluntary recipient of Krishna's mercy, Mahaprabhu's mercy. In this chapter, I meditate on the first verse of this chapter. I love to meditate on that, where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, the first verse, very appropriate in this regard. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami made one verse. Panghu loyate shailam mukam avartach shrutim yat kripa tamaham bande Krishna Chaitanyam Ishwaram. I offer my respectful obeisances to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a lame man can cross over a mountain and a dumb man recite Vedic literature. And it is happening. It's causeless mercy from our viewpoint. But Rupa Goswami and other Goswamis were just eternal Parshads of Krishna. They're displaying what is going on in the eternal world in Vrindavan. So they're writing their expression of devotion, everything exactly of the Vrindavan culture. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami rightly says, right, the mercy has the inconceivable potency. We have to be just the objects of mercy of Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the object of mercy of 6 Goswamis or Shri Radha Krishna. As well as the second one also, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami expressed beautiful gratitude that he was saying about his own situation. Today is very, it's not going on. Yeah, I got it too. Durgame pathime andhasya skalat pado gatir muhu swa kripa yashti danena santa santo avalambanam. My path is very difficult. I am blind and my feet are slipping again and again. Therefore, may the saints help me, granting me the stick of the mercy as my support. Our process is the mercy process. It's very difficult to give up the doership mentality, Means I can achieve my spiritual success by my own power. Actually not. We have to put ourselves under the mercy of Krishna. Krishna allows us to achieve the success. Our prayer should be, please allow me to be engaged in your service. Please allow me the object of your mercy. Please allow me to perform wonderful service to you. Many times I wonder, actually we should all wonder, about the spiritual culture of the spiritual world. Where can we find? From Srimad Bhagavatam, from other literatures about the wonderful cultures, means the way the residents, the Brajbasis, they love Krishna, the way. How do they express their love to Krishna? How do they walk? How do they talk? Just like Arjuna also asked the same question in Bhagavad Gita. How do they sit? A self-realized soul. Sit, walk, talk, act. What is their standard of consciousness? What do they think? That culture. And Srimad Bhagavatam we hear. In this regard, I also remember my Guru Maharaj's wonderful qualities. His nature, the way of talking, singing, speaking, explaining, completely, transcendental. Exactly, that was Vrindavan Basis in spiritual world. Spiritual world's culture is being displayed by Goswamis, by the Guru Vargas, Guru Parampara, and Guru Maharaj. So we can understand about the standard of culture. What is culture in the spiritual world? And our culture is mercy culture. Mercy culture means always remain humble, because you are, or we all are, just the puppets in the hands of Krishna. If we cannot become the puppets in the hands of Krishna, we cannot be empowered. That point we are coming right away. Is this much we have to realize that Rai Ramananda, was expressing that, oh my Krishna, oh Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, oh Lord, without being empowered by you, Jiviru Nahi Bani. Any ordinary jiva, soul, cannot express the true Natakam, Vidagdham, Madhava, and Lalita Madhava, cannot express the wonderful poetic expression of devotion and conclusion in the book form. Other books are also very important, like Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nilamani, other books, Deshamrita. Sanatana Goswami also wrote so many books. So this is not possible without the mercy. We also become very much very much humble and submissive and pray for mercy in a particular service, Krishna Mahaprabhu definitely will help us. That faith we must have. Mahaprabhu's mercy is all in all for us. For example, we have heard, right, Shivananda sense dog's deliverance, right? A dog has no culture, has no knowledge, has no education. Simply he followed the Vaishnavas and reached Mahaprabhu and came before Mahaprabhu. And he ate the remnants of Mahaprabhu. He ate the tender pulp of coconut. And he chanted the Krishna Mahamantra. The dog was empowered by Mahaprabhu. Chant Hare Krishna. And he chanted, the dog chanted. By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and eating remnants, he became liberated and went back to Dhaman, back home, back to Abe. So if we place, ourselves in that way, very humble, depending on the mercy of Krishna Mahaprabhu alone, then there is hope. So I'm going to the next 197. Prabhu kahe prayage iharo hoilo milano iharo gune ihate amaro tushto hoilo mono. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, I met Srila Rupa Goswami at Prayag. He attracted and satisfied me because of his qualities. So, purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is not partial to some and neutral to others. One can actually draw the attention of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by service. Then one is further empowered by the Lord to act in such a way that everyone can appreciate his service. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 4.11. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tams tataiva bhajamyaham. Krishna is responsive. If one tries to render his best service to the Lord gives him the power to do so. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita 10.10, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give them understanding by which they can come to me. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed his special favor upon Srila Rupa Goswami because Rupa Goswami wanted to serve the Lord to the best of his ability. Such is the reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord in the discharge of devotional service. So we're learning now so much wonderful instructions are there in those few verses, right? Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is replying to Srila Ramananda Rai. That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, I met Srila Rupa Goswami at Prayag. He attracted and satisfied me because of his qualities. Qualities of humility, submissiveness. Trinadopi sunicena, tararopi sahishnuna, amanina manavina, kirtaniya satahi. This quality attracts Mahaprabhu. These qualities satisfied Mahaprabhu. We may wonder, how can we satisfy Mahaprabhu? How can we be attracted or attract Mahaprabhu's mercy? So this is the quality. Mahaprabhu said to become very meek and humble. A simple-hearted person can only meek and humble. Like the animal, the dog, has no false ego, means he knows, means ignorant, means that's for sure. The simple-hearted Vaishnavas, they place themselves just as a very helpless one, only depending on the one element. That element is mercy. And we know that Vaishnavas have 26 transcendental qualities, where the first quality is the main quality. What is that? Caitnaya Sharanam. This is the main quality. Other 25 qualities are secondary. Primary is Caitnaya Sharanam, means only centered only unto Krishna. Means life air is Krishna's mercy. Krishna can kill me, Krishna can keep me, Krishna can protect me. Anything, everything Krishna can do with my life. But I will always remain Krishna's. I would not go to anyone or anything. Only Krishna. Krishna Kasharam. That Trinadopi Sunijena Tarodopi Shahishnuna Amanina Manavi Kirtaniya Sadhahari. That qualification is Vaishnava's qualification, the fundamental qualification. We keep on forgetting that and we act independently. And Rupa Goswami wrote in Shikshamrita, the 5th shloka of Shikshamrita is Ninda Adi Shunyata. A truly humble person cannot do any paraninda, blaspheming anyone, criticizing anyone, cannot find any faults. Means those things are disabled, completely disabled. There's not there. Those things are not there in the pure Vaishnava's heart. Fault finding, criticizing, blaspheming, dishonoring, these things are not there. Those qualities attract Krishna, satisfy. And depending on the mercy, only what's the way we should pray? Oh Krishna, oh Srimati Radharani, oh Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please allow me to become your servant. Please allow me to chant the holy name purely. Please allow me to surrender unto you. Please allow me to the object of your mercy. We cannot order subordinate. We are not above Krishna. We are always under Krishna. We remain under the will of Krishna, under the will of Shri Radharani, under the will of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, under the will of Shri Gurudev, Srila Gurudev. If they mercifully engage me in their service, then I'll do as nicely as possible. Please allow me, empower me. The empowerment comes, descend on us. We cannot just say that I will do it. That is in my ability, never. So this mentality a Vaishnava always has. A Vaishnava cannot forget Krishna's presence in everyone's heart, Krishna's presence in every atom. He may preach to others about Krishna Bhakti or may do everything. But in any situation, good or bad, difficult or easy, he never forgets the presence of Krishna within the heart of the self, also others. Therefore, he is always humble, always meek, always respectful to others. If one is disagreeing with others, even then he presents everything in a very humble mood, seeing that Krishna is within everyone's heart. Krishna is actual the doer. If Krishna doesn't allow anyone to have or realize, that no one can do. That's why it is very important. So Prabhupada is writing very wonderfully. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is not partial to some and neutral to others. One can actually draw the attention to the Supreme Personality one can actually draw the attention of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by service. Service means very humble, submissive mood when you do the activities for the pleasure of the Lord. What's the difference between service and job? Service means always remain aware that I am the servant of the Supreme. Remain submissive, the will of the Lord, and do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. This is called service. Without any selfish motive, without any ulterior motive. This is service. For the pleasure of the Lord. Then one is further empowered by the Lord to act in such a way that everyone can appreciate his service. Very wonderful point. Just like Srila Prabhupada's life story, if we study, we understand what was impossible for a person of 70-year-old. Amazing, unbelievable, unrepeatable. Cannot be repeated again what Srila Prabhupada did for Krishna and the world, for the whole mankind. How? Because he was specially empowered. Because of his mood, because of his humility and eager to become the instrument in the hands of Krishna. So other things are same point. Tesham satatam yuktanam means Krishna gives very special intelligence. All the intelligence that we have are nothing but the parts of Krishna's intelligence, right? Buddhi matamasmi, right? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I'm the intelligence of the intelligent. We cannot be very proud of our own intelligence because it is borrowed by Krishna, given by Krishna. It's not our own. But this buddhi is very special buddhi. To those who are constantly devoted to my service with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. This buddhi, this special intelligence, is the special favor from Krishna. They can understand the pathway, direction of going back home, back to Godhead. So Krishna's mercy descends on us when we become very much humble, meek, and we have the service attitude without any selfish motivation, with one motivation to please Supreme Lord. And this third verse of Shikshashtakam is very important for us. We should make the garland of this verse and wear Trinadapi Sunijena, Taroropi Sahishnana, Amanina Manavina, Kirtanina Sadahari. There's no substitute, no alternative. So we have, yes, time. 198. Modhuro Proshunno Iharo Kabyo Shalonkaro Oiche Kovityo Vinu Nahe Rashiro Pracharo. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu praised the metaphors and other literary ornaments of Srila Rupa Goswami's transcendental poetry. Without such poetic attributes, he said, there is no possibility of preaching transcendental mellow. Means again, the same point, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was praising the metaphor Rupa Goswami used and other embellishment or literary ornaments, the way he expressed or the verses he chose, he composed, those are not from this world. An ordinary human being cannot compose, cannot do that. For example, Many people say Bhagavad Gita is a myth because Mahabharata is a myth. And Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata. It is myth. Ramayana is myth. Mahabharata is myth. Bhagavad Puran is myth. And the personalities all are myth, imagination. Just sit down and just think of the literary work, the ornaments, the way everything is composed. Just analyze. Can an ordinary person compose Bhagavad Gita? Or it is possible, oh, why should be one Bhagavad Gita written by or given by Krishna? I will also write one. I'll also give one Gita to the whole world. And that Gita will be better than Krishna. Can you challenge Krishna? No. The truth he has given in the Bhagavad Gita, can anyone give? Can anyone make right? No. It's transcendental, came from the transcendental world. It's simply unfortunate thing that we do not, if we do not accept or believe, that doesn't mean truth will be changed. Truth is always truth, it cannot be changed. So the literary works that Rupa Goswami composed, means made or written, that Vidagdha Madhav, Lalita Madhav, incomparable, because those are the literatures of the spiritual world. So from here, we are understanding how the personalities in the spiritual world, they act, think, work, say, sing, right? These are the samples we are seeing here. Their writings, the devotion, and yes, Mahaprabhu will speak more, that he had empowered Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, especially with the transcendental knowledge, and gave the service to write those instructions in the form of books. So whatever Rupa Goswami wrote, or Sanatana Goswami wrote, those are nothing but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's own words, own instructions. And they are so enriched. By reading those literatures, we become enriched with devotion, with spiritual culture, knowledge, everything. So it is important. If possible, we should read. So Mahaprabhu is praising. Without such poetic attributes, he said there's no possibility of preaching transcendental mellows. Means Mahaprabhu had empowered Rupa Goswami for this purpose. So the future generations like us would be able to understand about the teachings of Mahaprabhu through the writings of Rupa Goswami, through the writings of Sanatana Goswami, for future preaching transcendental mellows. Prachar. See, the 6 Goswamis were eternal associates of Krishna, Radha Krishna. It was whatever he said, not only for their benefit, but for us, the future generations. And everything was recorded by Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, especially in the form of books, like Sanatana Goswami composed Brihad Bhagavatamrita, so wonderful literature. He wrote Dashama Tippani. There's all subject matter, what we understand through the writings of Goswamis, and nothing but the words, transcendental teachings of Mahaprabhu. And for our, the fallen souls, the conditioned souls who are attached to the designations. Why were conditioned souls fallen? As long as we remain attached to our designations, right? Condition, if we become free from the attachment of our designations, Naham Vipra, Nachanarapati, Napi Vaishyana Shudra. If we become, and if we realize the self, Gopi Bhartur Padakamalyor Dasa Dasana Dasa, then I become liberated soul. Iha yasya dahare dasi, karmana manasagira, nikilashwa peyavasthashu, jivan mukta sauchyate, right? If we remain in the transcendental service to the Supreme Lord by our words, mind, thoughts, deeds, bodies, senses, if we remain engaged in Dasya Bhakti, then it doesn't matter what type of activities you are doing, you remain always untouched by the reactions. You will remain Jivan Mukta, liberated. As long as we are identifying ourselves with the upadhis, designations, we are conditioned. So in the future, like us, how we can become upadhi shunya and anya vilashita shunyam, two things. Upadhi shunyam, sarva upadhi vinurmuktam, upadhi shunyam, and anya vilashita shunyam, and accepting the writings, teachings of Goswamis, which are non-different from the Mahaprabhu's teachings, then we also will get the same benefit and will be eligible for going back home, back to Godhead. See just Mahaprabhu's mercy, degree of mercy, the level of mercy. He made the arrangement through the Goswamis so his teachings can be preserved and written for future fallen souls. He said there's no possibility of preaching transcendental melody without the writings of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So in Sri Caitnaya Caritamrta, we get the essence of everything in one book. That's why Rupanugas are always reading Caitnaya Caritamrta. We may not read all the books individually, but at least essence we can understand. For example, in this chapter, we heard so many beautiful verses from Vidagdha Madhava and Lalita Madhava, and Mahaprabhu was praising Radha Ramananda, saying that these things are impossible for an ordinary person, because if one jiva is not empowered by you, no one can write or read or understand or express, explain. So this is the nature of mercy of the Supreme Lord. So now, which one was there last? 198, I think. Yeah, now 199. 199. Shabe kripa kori hare dehoi baro brojolila premorasho jano borni nirantaro. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested all his personal associates to bless Rupa Goswami so that he might continuously describe the pastimes of Vrindavan, which are full of emotional love of Godhead. No emotion, no devotion. No devotion, no emotion. Emotional connection must be there, right? Emotional love of Godhead. It's not sentimental, it is emotion. The soul has emotion. Soul is consciousness and conscious. Therefore, soul has spiritual mind, spiritual intelligence, spiritual consciousness, spiritual emotion, everything. So that spiritual emotion, spiritual consciousness has to be awakened. So Mahaprabhu now See that Mahaprabhu was not completely satisfied by empowering Rupa Goswami. Now he is requesting, many times he has already requested, all the exalted devotees, his other associates, please bless Rupa Goswami. All of you, please shower your mercy, bless him. See, this is the process, asking blessings, asking for mercy. This is our process. This is spiritual culture. Remain humble and asking for mercy, blessings. See what we are seeing? We are seeing the culture of the spiritual world. Mahaprabhu is displaying. There's no room for false ego, puffed upness, no room. Asking for mercy, asking for blessings. So let's try to understand how many times in this chapter Mahaprabhu asked this. If we see in this chapter, especially this first chapter of Antya Lila, we see how a couple of times Mahaprabhu did the same thing. What is that? Let me see. That text number 88. A couple of verses I chose that while I was studying, I saw same point was there before also. That Antya Lila, chapter 1, present chapter, text 88. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Rupa Goswami met me at Prayag. Knowing him to be a suitable person, I naturally bestowed my mercy upon him. He was empowering, he empowered Rupa Goswami at Prayag. He said in 88, Prabhu kahe, iho amayo Prayage milila, Joggo Patro Jani Ihai Moro Kripato Hoilo. See, Mahaprabhu saw him a suitable recipient for his mercy. That is Rupa Goswami. We all have to be like that, object of mercy of Mahaprabhu. He said, Rupa Goswami met me at Prayag. Knowing him to be the suitable person, I naturally bestowed my mercy upon him. What was his qualification? Trinadapi sunichina, taroropi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sada. See, unfortunately, we are practicing devotees. We gather so much transcendental knowledge. We know many things very, well, left and right. Shastras, we may know very well, left and right. We may have memorized all the verses of Bhagavad Gita. But what satisfied Mahaprabhu? Srinadopi sunichina, taroropi sahishnana, amanina manudena, kirtaniya sada. That verse must be practiced by us. There's no substitute. And now again, Mahaprabhu said to the next verse, that is 89 of this chapter. Tabe shokti sanchari ami oinu upadesho tumiho kohiyo ihai rashero bishesho. I thereupon also bestowed upon him my transcendental potency. Now you also should give him instructions. In particular, instruct him in transcendental manner. He was requesting all the devotees there. See, Mahaprabhu's love for Rupa Goswami. We are all Rupa Nugas, followers of Rupa Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhudal Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam. Rupa Goswami is the foremost follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said he has empowered. Now in this verse 89, he said, I thereupon also bestowed upon him my transcendental potency. So Can we also be empowered by Mahaprabhu's transcendental potency? The point is yes. Answer is yes. As much as we are eager to receive the potency for progressing in our spiritual life, for achieving success in spiritual life, Mahaprabhu is ready to bestow that mercy upon us, provided we are qualified. What is the foundation of Vaishnavism? Trinadapi Sunicana. This verse alone can satisfy Mahaprabhu. We may not remember all the verses of Sikshashtakam, but this one verse is enough. And Caitnaya Caritamrta. See, the Goswamis wrote all the books on the basis of 8 verses given by Mahaprabhu, Sikshashtakam. They have expanded Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Siksha in their writings, the books, just like Brahmaji received only 4 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Chatushlaki Bhagavatam. Krishna enlightened Brahma, the first living being of this universe, with these 4 verses. And he had expanded that 4 key verses of Srimad Bhagavatam and explained to his son Nardamani. Then Nardamani also expanded further and gave that same, passed that knowledge on unto Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva further expanded the same 4 key verses into 18,000 verses. That is known as Bhagavad Puran or Srimad Bhagavatam. Similarly, the Goswami's writings are on the basis or expansions of the 8 verses of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is known as Sikshashtakam. So therefore, they were transcendently empowered, like Brahma was transcendently empowered. Krishna has invested his transcendental potency in Brahmaji. So how can we also become object of the mercy? Trinadapi sunicena taroropi sahishnana amanina manodino Caitnaya Sadahari. Holy name is Krishna. Krishna has invested all his potencies in the holy name. Accepting the holy name as Supreme Lord himself, we go on chanting with this, in that state of mind, state of consciousness that Trinaropi Sunicena, right? So further, Mahaprabhu also says more, is Mahaprabhu was not satisfied completely by his own means by empowering, by bestowing his mercy upon Rupa Goswami. He has already empowered Rupa Goswami by his transcendental potency. Still, he was not satisfied. He was so happy with the Rupa Goswami that he was requesting all the devotees to further bestow their blessing, further empower Rupa Goswami. Bless Rupa Goswami and bestow your mercy upon Rupa Goswami. This is our process. See where he said those things? Right now I heard it was in Prayag, but in Nilachal also. In Nilachal, where he did, text number 197 that we studied today. Text number 197, then text number 199. Then 197, what was that text? We studied that just today. That is, Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu kahe proyage, iharo hoilo milano, iharo gune, ihate amare tushto koilo mono. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, I met Sri Rupa Goswami At Prayag, he attracted and satisfied me because of his qualities. And then 199 means not only in Prayag but also in Jagannath Puri, because these things are going on in Jagannath Puri. 99, Mahaprabhu says again, Shabi kripa kori ihare deho ei boro, brojo lila preme rasho, jano borne nirantaro. Means Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested all his personal associates to bless Rupa Goswami so that he might continuously describe the pastimes of Vrindavan, which are full of emotional love of Godhead. For the future generations, Rupa Goswami would write those books, and those books will help us, means future generation, to attain love of Godhead. Again, he is speaking at the text number 202, not yet done, but I'm just quoting those verses because while I was studying, I found those verses. এই দুই ভাইয়ে আমি পাঠালো বৃন্দাবনে শক্তি দিয়া ভক্তি শাস্ত্র করিতে প্রবর্তনে. I empowered both of these brothers to go to Vrindavan to expand the literature of bhakti. So Mahaprabhu personally empowered Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, as well as he was asking for blessings for the devotees. So 206 also again we see Mahaprabhu saying in this chapter that speaking, তবে মহাপ্রভু কইল রূপে আলিঙ্গন তারে করাইল সবারও চরণ বন্দন. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Rupa Goswami and asked him to offer prayers at the lotus feet of all the devotees present. See that? This is our process. This is our process. Means we are not independent of Vaishnavas and can approach only the Supreme Lord. No. Only Supreme Lord, no Vaishnava, or only Vaishnava, no Supreme Lord, it is not. We need both. Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai, Tilata. Guru means Guru Varga, Vaishnava Varga, Guru. So you see that Mahaprabhu is speaking again, and he embraced Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami means he empowered him with transcendental potency, whatever is necessary for further service. So we should not think that we are incapable of anything or we are unable. No, by the empowerment of Krishna we can do. Mahaprabhu. So 207 also Mahaprabhu says, Advaito Nityananda di Shabo Bhaktagano Kripakuri Rupe Shabe Koila Lingano. Advaitacharya, Nityananda Prabhu, and all the other devotees showed their causeless mercy upon Rupa Goswami by embracing him in return. See, the Panchatattva Kripa is so valuable for us, isn't it? Mahaprabhu empowered and also embraced. Now Advaitacharya, Nityananda Prabhu also embraced and showed causeless mercy upon Rupa Goswami by embracing them. So this is the process. Prabhupada says, if you have one picture of Panchatattva in your home, that is enough. When you frame the Panchatattva picture, they're immediately established in your home. They're so merciful. You don't need to go through an elaborate process of installing the deities or Lord in your home. Just having a picture is enough. You frame the picture, hang on the wall, they're installed. And worship them just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And now by reading Chaitanya Caritamrta, we understand how to attract Mahaprabhu's mercy. Following the example of Rupa Goswami and the interaction between Mahaprabhu and the devotees. This is our process. There's no room to become puffed up. No room being, like independent. I can make out everything by my own power. No. Spiritual life is totally different from material life. So again, one more verse, 208. Prabhu kripa rupe aro rupero shortguno dekhi chamutkaro hoilo shabakaro mono. Seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special mercy towards Srila Rupa Goswami and seeing his personal qualities, all the devotees were struck with wonder. So Rupa Goswami was very meek and humble. Trinadapi sunichena tararapi sahishnuna amanina manadina kirtaniya sadahari. This is not the quality of this world. This is the quality of the spiritual world. The personalities came from the spiritual world. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, his associates, Mahaprabhu's associates, all. And they were displaying the qualities of the spiritual world. So we can understand what are the requirements to going back or going back in that guide. And mercy process, asking for mercy, blessings. This is the only process, seeing his personal qualities. All the devotees were struck with wonder. Means we are also wondering. So amazing. So amazing. Mercy works amazingly. Empowerment works amazingly. Srila Prabhupada also displayed those things in his life. Whoever is progressing in spiritual life, they are progressing in the spiritual life by these two components, mercy and blessings. And being very humble before the Vaishnavas, before the Lord, Trinadapi sunichena tararapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. That quality only attracts Lord and satisfied, because that is spiritual world's quality, transcendental. So I thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for listening to this class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Savitri Mataji, thank you so much for such beautiful, beautiful realizations. What really attracts Krishna's mercy and the mood of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Panchatattvas. It was very nice to hear from you, Mataji. Thank you so much for coming on the call and giving us your association. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very grateful. Mataji, just one question. You stopped at which one, Mataji? It was
199.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
See, yeah. Yeah. 199. Okay.
Thank you.
Are you hearing me? Am I connected?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Mataji, for Dandavat Pranam of Glory Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas.
Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. So nicely you covered all the verses. Thank you for coming on the call and sharing all your wonderful realizations. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Kirtida. You know, where we live in Shuddham Mayapur, just across of our building, the Samadhi Mandira, our Guru Maharaj is being built. Just across. So every moment we can see Maharaj means feeling his divine presence in his spiritual form here.
Yes, Mataji.
Please bless me. Everyone, please bless me. So my mind can be absorbed. The lotus feet of Maharaj can leave my body here. The lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj. Sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the washroom, I just sit on my bed and look at the Samadhi place, because the area is lighted. And I see Maharaj is here, resting. He's giving class. All those memories are here. I see Maharaj is singing and dancing beautifully. Sometimes I see Maharaj is giving class. I just sit for a while and see Maharaj. I never ever imagined that Maharaj would come back to Shrimad Mayapur in this way, and so close. Maharaj is so merciful. The most holy soul I am. And his mercy is so much, so high, and I'm so low.
No, Mataji, don't say like that. You are fortunate in one sense that, you are able to see Maharaj Samadhi right from your home.
Yeah.
And in one sense, yes, it is such a fortunate thing that you are reminded of Maharaj for every second. And as you know, the verse that you were covering, that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya Prabhu to bless Rupa Goswami. So similarly, Mataji, we all request you also, you being such a senior, disciple of Guru Maharaj, you should bless all of us in Bhakti Sangha, so that we may able to imbibe Maharaj's mood and we stick to ISKCON and stick to Srila Prabhupada instructions and, make our spiritual progress. So we request you, Mataji, being such a senior personality, you should bless us and at the same time pray for all.
Senior doesn't mean better. It's not. I'm also one of his servants. But what I'm trying to say, never ever imagine, because this last Friday in February, we had requested Maharaj to come to our house. He had visited us wherever we went, wherever we stayed, in whatever place, whatever state, right? But not in Mayapur. Because it's understandable, Maharaj was always surrounded by all the devotees, also all the sannyasis, right? GBC sannyasis, other sannyasis. It's understandable. But still we requested, because the feeling of my own Maharaj, my own Gurudev, that was there. Let me tell you the truth. Maharaj was so exalted, magnanimous, endowed with so many qualities. It was the personification of devotion and transcendental qualities, 26 qualities. I personally didn't understand. I just thought always he's my preceptor, my friend. First, he's my friend forever. He's my guide. He's my father, teacher, everything. He's अपना जो sense, the love, only I had that. Now I'm realizing about Maharaj, his transcendental qualities. But always I thought, Guru Maharaj, my friend, my own, kinship is there, friendship is there. Although he was Guru, his teacher, guide, everything. He had chastised me also many times because of my foolishness. Now I understand how Maharaj picked that unsophisticated, unintelligent, without any refinement, a person like me bestows his mercy. It's like लोहे को क्या बोलो? It's about his mercy. We didn't see anything. His other glories never saw. Just I saw his mercy. And when we requested, from the heart I was saying, Maharaj, please come to our house. Maharaj said, I don't know whether it is possible in Mayapur. But the desire was there. Now Maharaj almost here. Almost here. We may not see Maharaj with our this mundane eyes anymore. But Maharaj is also visible in his divine. Sorry, I wanted to share.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Any question or comment?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Koti Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Mataji, you are so senior Vaishnavi. Mataji, you are so senior. And here Radhanath Maharaj explained that Bhakti Charu Maharaj give instruction to preach the Srila Prabhupada message. And Mataji, we feel presentation of Bhakti Charu Maharaj in your Krishna Katha, Mataji. You are so senior. And Mataji, pray for us. Pray for us that our retired life, we stay in Shridham Mayapur. Please bless us. Please guide us. Correct us.
That is there. That is there. I'm also praying to all of you. Please visit us in Shridham Mayapur. Visit our Guru Maharaj's, Samadhi Sthal Mandir. You will feel very powerful presence of Maharaj. Powerful presence if you go visit the Samadhi and stay for a while. Because of this pandemic situation, it may take some years, but visit us. I may not live here, means as long as I'm allowed to live in this world, I will live. I don't know how long, but you all the devotees, please visit Shridham Mayapur. Please visit Guru Maharaj Samadhi. My favorite places are to visit Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Samadhi Mandir, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Samadhi Mandir, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Samadhi Mandir, because immediately you feel the presence and mercy. When our Guru Maharaj made Abhay Charan, he presented that Abhay Charan in such a wonderful, powerful way. First, he presented the Guru Varga, isn't it? Right? First, he glorified the Guru Varga. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then Srila Prabhupada. This is the way. So wonderfully our Guru Maharaj, presented this Abhay Charan. And in Shridham Mayapur, you can realize the connection with the Guru Vargas and the teachings. So wonderful. Our process is simply this: begging for mercy and blessings, empowerment. It descends on us. This is the process. Yes, I'm praying to Lord Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to allow all of us to stay at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, Panchatattva, Shri Dham, take shelter of the Shri Dham, It doesn't matter physically wherever you are. Please take shelter of this merciful Dham, Dham of mercy. This is Navadvip Dham, Mayapur Dham. It's a Dham of mercy, nothing else. Dham of mercy. Take shelter of the holy name. And if Mahaprabhu allows, you definitely will come to this Dham. And of course, internally you stay here. Physically staying is not that important. Important is internally taking shelter and internally staying in the Dham. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, we know that you are so tired, but can you please sing whatever you like, or any kirtan or bhajan? Mataji, put it under to your favor.
Real lover of bhajans. Oh, yeah, you love, right? And this is very great quality, very great quality. This is the book my Guru Maharaj, edited or, facilitated to collect, And in this book, all the writings, the bhajans, I'm saying bhajans, written by our Guru Maharaj, Param Guru, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then Narottam Das Thakur, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and Srinivas Acharya, and so many Ashtakam, Vrindavan Das Thakur, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Shyamananda Prabhu, everything in one book. And our Guru Maharaj edited and collected many songs he sang from this book. It's so wonderful. Okay, let me. I think I did not. Okay, right. This song is very, dear to me, very favorite. Gaurangero duti padu jaru dhanu sampadu. O Gaurangero duti padu jaru dhanu sampadu. Se jane bhakti rasosan. Se jane bhakti rasosan. Gaurangero মধুর লীলা যার কর্ণে প্রবেশিলা হৃদয় নির্মল ভেলতা হৃদয় নির্মল ভেলতা যে গৌরাঙ্গের নাম লয় তার হায় প্রেমোদয় তারে মুনি যাই বলি হারি গৌরাঙ্গ গুণেতে ঝুরে নিত্য লীলা তারে স্ফুরে সে যেন ভকতি অধিকারী সে যেন ভকতি অধিকারী গৌরাঙ্গের সঙ্গী গণী নিত্য সিদ্ধ করি মানে সে যায় ব্রজেন্দ্র সুত পাশ শ্রী গৌর মণ্ডল ভূমি যে বা জানে চিন্তামণি তার হয় ব্রজভূমি বাস তার হয় ব্রজভূমি বাস গৌর প্রেম রসর নাবে সীতারঙ্গে যে বা ডুবে গৌর প্রেম রসর নাবে সীতারঙ্গে যে বা ডুবে Shri Radha Madhavo অন্তরঙ্গ গৃহে বাবনীতে থাকে হা গৌরাঙ্গ বলে ডাকে গৃহে বাবনীতে থাকে হা গৌরাঙ্গ বলে ডাকে নরোত্তম মাগে তার সঙ্গ ঠাকুর নরোত্তম মাগে তার সঙ্গ. The translation goes like this. The true lotus feet of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, whose only wealth and property, that person only understands the essence of bhakti. Gaurangiro Madhur Lila Jar Karni Praveshila. One who is always hearing Gauranga Lila, and Gauranga Lila enters into the heart through the ears. Hridaya Nirmalo Helota. The heart becomes free from all anarthas and heart is purified. Je Gaurangir Naam Lai Tar Hoy Premoday. Whoever is chanting Gauranga, 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 Jai Sachinandan, the love for Krishna is awakened. Tare mui jai boli hari. That person is most blessed person who chants Gauranga. Bhaja Gauranga, kaha Gauranga, laho Gaurangir naam re. Bhaja Gauranga, kaha Gauranga, laho Gaurangir naam re. Je jano Gauranga bhaje se hoy amar pran re. Nitai Gauranga jayo, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga jayo, Goro Hori. Nitai Gauranga jayo, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga jayo, Goro Hori. Je Gaurangir naam loy. Whoever chants Gauranga Mahaprabhu's name, love is naturally awakened. His heart becomes full of emotion of loving ecstasy for Krishna. Gaurango gunite chure, nitya lila tare spure. When we become absorbed in remembering Gauranga Lila, naturally the Nitya Lila of Shri Radha Krishna Vrindavan manifest in our heart. Because who is Gauranga? Radha Krishna. That means same Radha Krishna we are approaching as Gauranga. So as we hear Gauranga Lila, Gauranga Guna, result is Nitya Lila of Radha Krishna of Vrindavan manifest. Srijana Bhakti Odhikari, that person is eligible for Bhakti. Gaurangiro Shongi Gane Nitya Siddha Koima. Whoever are the associates of Gauranga, they are Nitya Siddha. Shivas Adi, our Guru Parampara in this Sampradaya, who are following. We are all parts of Chaitanya Bhakti Vriksha, right? We understand, right? In Adi Lila, we heard the description of Chaitanya Bhakti Vriksha, right? Prema Amarataru, Prema Phala. So whoever, they are all Nitya Siddha. They are eternal associates. Shejai Brojendra Shutobas, the eternal associates of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they are automatically qualified to enter into Vrindavan. Brojendra Suta means Krishna. Means when we offer worship to Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu Panchatattva, we get the full credit for entering into Nitya Lila and Nitya Vrindavan, Golok Dham. Heta Gauranga, Sheta Radha Krishna. When we worship here Gauranga, we get Shri Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. This is the arrangement. Separately, you don't have to do anything. It benefits automatically. Shri Gaura Mandala Bhumi Jeva Jane Chintamani Tarbai Braja Bhumivas. If we realize the Gaura Mandala is Braja Mandala, same Chintamani, he is fully qualified to enter into Vrindavan Dham. By realizing Navadvip Dham, we become qualified to enter into Vrindavan Dham. This is the process. Why? Because Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna, all his associates are all the eternal residents of Vrindavan. Gaura Premo Rashar Nave, She Tarange Jeva Dube, She Radha Madhava Antarango. One can become very confidential associate of Shri Radha Madhava when he drowns into the Gauranga Prema. Gaura Prema Rasha Arnava, ocean of Gauranga Prema. So more we become attracted to Gauranga, that means automatically we are going to be associates of Shri Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. We become confidential associates of Radha Madhav. Shri Radha Madhav Antaranga. Antaranga means confidential associates. Grihe ba bonite thake ha Gauranga bole dake narottamo mage tar sango. It doesn't matter one is in the Grihastha ashram or in the sannyas ashram, in any ashram, doesn't matter, always singing Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. I, Narottam Das Thakur, always seeking the association of that person whose life and soul is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Okay? Okay. Vrindavan Mataji. Haribol. Vrindavan
Yes.
Gopika Mataji.
जय जय नित्यानंद, जय जय गौरंग, श्रीधाम मायापुर धाम की जय, पंचतत्व की जय.
So I think if there's no question or anything, can we?
Thank you so much, Savitri Mataji, so much for the beautiful bhajan also. Thanks a lot. So anyone else, any questions or comments, Mataji? Okay. So thank you once again, Mataji. We can end the call here.
Thank you.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय. सावित्री माता जी की
गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरे कृष्ण. Hare. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol.